God. Now, this is all coming off the heels of the bombshell Nickelodeon stuff that is getting basically exposed right now with, this documentary called Quiet on Set, and then also these mega stars doing interviews exposing what's happened to them. I mean, you're seeing it all over. Nickelodeon stars, Disney Channel stars. Now, I can't play too much of this video, but I'm just going to give you a little snippet of what's going on.
The kids' network, Nickelodeon, helped shape pop culture for decades. But a new docuseries, Quiet on Set, the dark side of kids' TV, is exposing the toxic culture behind some of the most iconic children's shows of the 90s and 2000s. As young viewers flocked to the channel for beloved programs like The Amanda Show and All That, sexual abuse and harassment were rampant behind the scenes.
In a lot of cases, lots of cases, these children were abused, terribly abused. And they couldn't say anything about it because of the weight that was on their shoulders. However, but he talked about and exposed what happened to him and who did it. This isn't the only story you hear about. You hear about it on The Amanda Show as well. Look at Amanda. She is messed up. And unfortunately, I can't show you the interviews of any of this stuff. It is being targeted like crazy. So, I mean, you can go find it for yourself. You've also seen it from kids that were on All That. Getting targeted and getting abused. You've seen it on iCarly. There's others. And some extremely disturbing things involving Ariana Grande that I wish I could unsee. But what do you expect when these people are given over to a debased mind, to utter depravity? They have no morality whatsoever. Like, is it really a surprise that we're hearing about all this abuse that has been going on for all these years behind the sets on these humongous... Someone's at it again. Check this out. He says children's entertainment is getting darker by the minute. It absolutely is. Nickelodeon, I've got a message for you. We're taking back children's entertainment, one episode at a time. And we're doing it without a hidden agenda. Woo! Wouldn't that be nice? Parents can trust Adventures with Iggy and Mr. Kirk, just like we trusted Mr. Rogers. Go to watchbrave.com to help fund the future of children's television. This is a great thing to have an alternative in the children's television space. All of it is garbage today. That's why we need Christians to stand up and make content that is safe. And so, Kirk Cameron's done this kind of thing with children's books, for instance. He's written children's books that don't have a hidden agenda behind it, that have biblical principles and just a freedom-loving truth-telling.
Unless you've been living under a rock, you're no doubt, like many other millions of Americans, absolutely disgusted, ready to throw up in your mouth over the moral perversion and twisted sickness that's coming out about people who are being employed at children's television networks like Nickelodeon. Didn't start in the 1990s. I'm very sad to say that some of those same people that were working on those shows were also working on Growing Pains. How about you join me and other brave Americans to become the executive producers of our children's future? We have begun a new television program that embraces these good values, these wholesome lessons, and it's called The Adventures of Iggy and Mr. Kirk. It's beautiful stories, wholesome biblical values, beautiful animation. Kids are going to love it, and we've got 3 episodes already fully funded. It's time to get off the defense and get on the offense. If you want to join me, then be brave. Join us, click on the link, and help us reverse the curse and turn this whole thing around. God bless you.
All right, hope everyone's doing good. I just wanted to take a quick look at this, Iggy and Mr. Kirk. I don't know if we've touched this subject before. I just feel like a lot of things are being repeated and repeated. But let's go over this just really quickly. I mean, already I have lots of questions, not only about the sign, how many spikes it has. It reminds me of the rotary wheel. It has 8 points, right? Raw comes to mind. But yeah, I'm just saying, I don't know. And then when you watch the video, you can find it on Facebook. I'll add the link. Freedom Island? Really? Freedom from where? There's no running away from all the wickedness that's going on all around the world today. Our only hope is in Jesus. So yes, I do tip my hat off for someone who's doing something for the children, right? But Kirk Cameron himself was an actor. He's, received many prizes. This is his family here, and he's worked with, yes, Ray Comfort. Look, I'm sure everyone has lots to say. Please add your comments below. They do a lot of good, but the unity with others is where I have the problem. But yeah, he's been on Growing Pains, Fuller House, a lot of maybe even movies, a lot of shows. So is he not talking about his own things that he's been through? He's been on TV. He's won all those awards. Saturn Award there, yeah, and others. I don't know. God looks at his heart, and I'm just going to point out the obvious here because I don't know anything more than what I'm going to show you. And that's what I do here. So let's keep going on and looking at this show. When you see the video, though, they mention little lives matter. Yes, they do matter. But who's the author of this? Who is the author of this book? Well, go to look at the author, Elizabeth Johnston. All right. Great. Who is she? I don't even know. Well, please research for yourself. I'm just going to show you the partners, right? Fox and Friends, Blaze TV, the New York Times. The only one I really can understand is the CBN. But of course, right. They have to be connected. They have to get funding from somewhere. And when you look at her page, she says, my heart burns for revival, reformation, and restoration. Is there going to be revival in the last days? I don't recall of anything like that. And when you know that you know that you know, when you've researched them, anything to do with a news company is already corrupt, right? Blaze TV, you see 3 spokes in that B, so he's a 32nd member, right? 3 and the B is 2. I'm just saying, or then the B kind of looks like a number 3, so it could be 3-3. Look, and the New York Times is the worst of all of them. So Fox News and the New York Times, seriously? I mean, we already know CBN Pat Robertson, right? He's holding up the claw, the hand gesture. A lot of people do a lot of good, but I don't trust anyone. And then they mention the cast. Adventures with Iggy and Mr. Kirk features a star-packed cast, including Kirk Cameron, Lee Allen Baker. Who's Lee Allen? If you're not aware, I guess the biggest thing that she was on was Good Luck Charlie. That's what I remember her on. Is she doing that M. Freemason hand sign? I don't know, but she's been in many movies, many shows, even Charmed and Will and Grace. Seriously? Oh, yeah, but we've all we've all sinned, right? But then they go on to say that they are also working with John Kennedy of the Sesame Street, the voice and the puppet of Iggy. That's him. Oh my goodness. And all I can say is, Sesame Street, yeah, they've worked with the Rotary, and I mean, I don't trust anything. Everything that we've learned from a young age, I'm starting to doubt everything. And who do you put your trust in, right? The people will believe what the media tells them they believe. And I don't think I can say anything else except for I find that they are all in the family. I don't trust anyone anymore. The only place I want to put my hope in is Jesus. Everything else I research and I look into, and when you see their partners, that already speaks, so much. All right, I hope my voice sounded good on this video. Maybe I'll add another clip at the end of his show. Other than that, oh boy, a lot of chaos going around. God bless you guys. Take care. Let's have a great weekend. We'll catch you again latest on Monday. Till next time.
I think we can give them a little sneak peek. What do you say, Iggy?
I say we're building a treehouse, explorers. I'm Iggy. I'm an iguana.
And I'm Mr. Kirk.
He's a human.
And with your help, this is where our adventures will begin.
Iggy and Mr. Kirk. Iggy and Mr. Kirk. Spend all day in the treehouse playing Iggy and Mr. Kirk. Going on one more adventure, Iggy and Mr. Kirk.
And
Look at that. Coincidence? Nothing is a coincidence.
action.
Don't let me hold you back, Mr. Kirk. You still have your whole life ahead of you.
Good night, Iggy.
Good night, Mr. Kirk.
May the Lord bless you and protect you, and make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you, and give you peace. Good night.